Live. The live life of leaky fart hole. The live life of stinky dark hole. The live coming to you live from Niki's fart hole. Um, I'm gonna try this back because I was outside attempting to. Come on, Cleo. Come here. I was on live trying to do it outside, uh, and on my iPad because I'm a broke, unemployed bitch, and with that, it had a horrible signal. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try again to do this for you guys. I left the Ritz Carlton. Um, well, let me reframe that. The Ritz Carlton left me. You see, I worked there for 10 years, and in those 10 years, I was treated like dog shit. And when I say treated like dog shit, I mean, you see, I have a dog, and I know what dog shit is. And I'm polite to dog shit. I pick up the dog shit. I put the dog shit away. You know, uh, I throw the dog shit out. Right? They weren't treating me like that. They weren't even treating me as good as dog shit. They treated me like cat piss. Just ignored and left there to dry up. Either way, 10 years is the doorman for the Ritz Carlton Chicago. I'm not going to just shit on them. That's not at all what I want to do. I think that they did some horrible things to me. I think that they didn't at all try and help me professionally or help me grow. And let me say, this isn't the Ritz Carlton that I'm trying to blame. It's the Ritz Carlton I worked for. I won't say their name specifically, but I'm sure you can infer when you look at my page where I'm from and what Ritz Carlton I worked for. It was a franchised Ritz Carlton because they weren't up to par with the standards of Mr. Carlton for real. The real Mr. Carlton would not have treated me like this. And so again, I'll say, Mr. Carlton, this isn't to badmouth you. This is to, shed light on why I left a bad situation. And management at the Ritz Carlton that I worked for was just horrendous, and they treated me very unfairly. And when I say unfairly, I mean like illegally, unjust. Just they had me coming in very frequently to work the PM shifts, staying until 1, 2 in the morning, even sometimes, and then demanding me to come back at 6 in the morning, which I actually happily did, not happily, reluctantly did, uh, many times, and it was eating away at me, and it was starting to kill me because I was there for 9, almost 10 years, but pretty much 10 years. So I'm gonna keep referring to it as 10 years. I was there for 10 years, just being treated like a welcome mat, and it hurt very, very much. Um, and the resurrection of Jesus Christ, yeah, I mean everything will follow. Anyways, so I was trying to fight that back, and it seemed like the more, and by fight back, I mean just kind of asking for the respect I deserved. Like, hey, can you guys not switch my schedule the day before I'm supposed to work? Hey, can you guys, you know, not have me working until 2 in the morning and coming back at 6, 7, 8 o'clock? It doesn't even matter, 6, 7. It doesn't even matter what time. I just thought it wasn't fair that I had to be worked the way I was working. I was losing everything inside of me, and I was losing my soul and honestly a lot of will to live because it just felt like I was working for just them and only them. And in working for just them and only them, I let me get a sub for that because I'm very accommodating. In working for them and only them, I was losing my mind. It wasn't making me happy as a human. So I had to leave. Sorry, let me rephrase that. They, I had to fight back, and I had to tell them it wasn't fair, and I kept asking for fairness and telling them that I wasn't going to do the things that they wanted me to do, and if I didn't think it was fair, I was going to do it. And me fighting back turned into them because I was in a union, and in order to fire me, they had to write me up. They kept writing me up and trying to find any excuse in the book to get me fired. I was a great employee though, so they weren't able to fire me. What ended up happening was I left early one day with the permission of my superior doorman at the time. They gave me the permission to go home. I talked to who I had to talk to, and they labeled it as I abandoned my shift and I abandoned my position and that I didn't want my job anymore. And although I have been trying to, fight that and get what I'm deserved from them in that situation, whether it even just be an apology, it's been extremely hard because someone like me who doesn't work for them anymore, the union kind of forgets about. And although the union lawyers are working on it, it doesn't really seem like they're getting anywhere. So now that I'm not there, my only main focus is music and uh, school. So, man, and I'm terrified because school is scary. School was scary when I was a kid. I didn't want to do it as a kid. And so the idea of having to go back now at 29 and just make it happen, which I know I can. And I know people go back at even older ages. I know it's not impossible to go back to school. It's just not something that, is easy on the nerves. So I'm very excited to go back, but I'm just equally as nervous as I am excited. So we'll see we'll see how that goes. The music thing, man, it would be very helpful if you guys could check out the music, share the music. If you like the music, you know what I mean. Give me a like, give me a comment, give me a subscribe. It genuinely means the world to me. I don't. Sorry, dog hair. I don't necessarily want to limit myself to YouTube. I love YouTube, and I would work all day for YouTube in the sense of being a creator and you know a YouTube rapper. But that's never been my goal. I do think YouTube is amazing, and again, I want to be on it as much as I can and get in front of you guys as much as I can. But hopefully, it all turns into support for the music, which is the biggest goal. That's my brand and my life. So, you know, it would help a lot to get your guys' support because I do have quite a bit of you guys on here. It's not that bad, like 143 subs I think I have now, and great subscribers because you guys do interact with a lot of my stuff, especially my long form videos. Even though it's not that great, I typically get more views than I have subs. So I know you guys are watching, and paying attention somewhere. It helps so much. It helps so much. Everything, the comments, the likes, just you guys tuning into the lives. It means a lot because I'm not someone who's never tried to work. That was my first plan in life was to get it done the old fashioned way and the American dream way. You know what I'm saying? But didn't work for me because that American dream I saw as a fucking nightmare. I didn't want to work for someone else for 27, 28, 29. The people that were above me at the Ritz Carlton were working there for 25 plus years. Yo, holler back, player. Hallelujah and God bless you. But it's not my thing. It's not what I want to do. Maybe it's stupid. Maybe I sound like an idiot American, but like I have passions. And so I would feel dead inside if I didn't follow those passions at all. Uh, and it's not just music. I also want to be a scuba diving instructor, and I also want to work with marine life, and I want to be like a coral reef fucking like person that watches them and stuff. I don't even know. That's why I'm going back to school because I have a fish IQ. We'll see. We'll see what comes of it. Ah, fuck. You guys aren't around today. All right, that's it. I'm going to Vice's house. Can't do this anymore.